Hello, my name's Toby and welcome back to the GBP USD Lab. Just a quick note, obviously you can see I'm on LTC USD. That's because it's the weekend, so I just put something up there as a visual while I go through this lecture. So in the last video, I talked about why most traders blow accounts and why it usually has very little to do with strategy. In this video, I want to get more specific. I want to talk about losing weeks, not losing trades, not bad days, losing weeks. Because for most traders, that's where the real damage happens. A single losing trade is easy to accept. Even a losing day can be brushed off. But a losing week, well, that's different. That's when doubt creeps in. That's when you start questioning your approach. That's when the temptation to fix things becomes almost overwhelming. And if you're not careful, that's when you do the most damage. Earlier in my trading journey, a losing week felt like failure, not just financially, but personally. I'd start replaying every decision, zooming in on charts, looking for what I missed, convincing myself that something must be wrong. And sometimes that led to changes, new rules, new filters, new time frames, sometimes even new pairs. Most of the time, those changes made things worse. The biggest mistake I used to make was treating a losing week as a problem that needed solving immediately. But not every losing week is a problem. Some are just noise. Some are just variance. Some are the cost of doing business. The trick is learning to tell the difference. The first question I ask now when I finish a losing week, I don't rush to judgment. I don't change anything on Friday afternoon. I don't start rewriting rules over the weekend. And I definitely don't jump straight into the next week trying to make it back. Instead, I slow everything down. The first question I ask myself is very simple. Did I follow my process? Not did I make money? Not was I right or wrong? Just did I do what I said I would? If the answer is yes, even with a red week, that week is not a failure, it's data. Separating process losses from behavior losses. The second thing I look for is how losses happened. Were they spread out? Were they clustered? Did they come from hesitation? Or maybe forcing trades? Because losses from discipline feel very different to losses from impulse. One is acceptable, the other is not. If I see that losses came from clean setups, taken calmly within risk, then I leave them alone. I don't optimize, I don't tweak, I don't interfere. Because interfering with a working process during a normal drawdown is how you break it. What I actually review. If I see behavior issues, overtrading, rushing entries, taking marginal setups, that's where I focus. Not on the strategy, on the behavior. And usually the fix is not more rules. It's fewer trades, more waiting, more structure around when I'm allowed to trade. One thing that helps massively is reviewing trades without charts at first. Just numbers, just notes, just execution. Because charts invite hindsight. They invite storytelling. They invite emotional interpretation. Numbers do not. Losing weeks, they never go away. It's your response that needs to change. I never judge a week in isolation. 1 week means nothing. 2 weeks means very little. A month starts to tell a story. And that story is what matters, not individual chapters. Losing weeks don't disappear when you get better. They don't disappear when you get funded. They don't disappear when your account grows. What changes is how you respond to them. The goal is not to eliminate losses. The goal is to make them boring, predictable, contained. Because boring losses don't spiral, they don't trigger revenge, they don't destroy confidence. They're just part of the process. This channel exists to show that process in real time, Not the hindsight reels, not the perfect weeks, but the reality in between, because that's where real traders are built. In the next video, I want to talk about patience and why it's probably the most misunderstood skill in trading. If this video has helped in any way, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one.